All right, we're getting ready to continue our day, but I got a great idea. Tie my shoes and give my idea. So in the future, we're gonna have an app. It's gonna be for fast food workers. Supervisor, management, anything. It can be for any level. And it's called the Temporary Worker app. It's you pass a McDonald's, you pass a Chick-fil-A, you pass a Taco Bell, you pass a Burger King, you pass a test on Subway, all these big restaurants, Chipotle, right? And it's a temporary app. You take the test online. It says you're good to go to work for McDonald's, Taco Bell. You can work for Jack in the Box, Burger King, Subway, Chipotle, and like Schlotsky's. What's a really popular one? People go to it all about. It's a real popular. Long John Silver's, a real popular. It's just a popular place. Jason's Deli. What's a popular place? Popular. Everybody goes there. Think of Adam the Woo. Where does he eat all the time? In-N-Out Burger, Whataburger. So it's called a temporary app. You take the test online and it says you're hired. So you pass the test, then you're hired. You take it online, okay, with a computer. So you get your computer like this, okay? You get your little mouse. You get your little computer, right? You dust it off. Then you pass the app. You show up with the app and you can work up to a year as long as you have it. You just show the app. They let you in and you start working. It's called the Temp app. They'll have it in about 10 or 20
What'd you say?
Okay, so what does it look like? Well, it's not ready, Snickles.
Yeah, I know, but it's not supposed to look like that.
No, because you didn't cook it.
I know it's not cooked all the way up. Get the skin off real quick, because the skin gets fatty. I don't like the way that looks. Oh,
She's cutting the fat off the chicken. That's very good, Snickles.
No, the skin.
She's very good in the food industry. Very good. She's like an expert. Okay, now what I was talking about, the Temp app. These glasses help me see a little bit clear, provides a little bit of light. The Temp, you're gonna have to wave it. Okay. The temporary app is for fast food workers. Okay, it's not for restaurants. Not like fancy restaurants. Okay, this is for fast food workers only. You take the test. It's like you gotta watch videos that are connected to YouTube. You type all this. You can take it on your phone if you want. But you type it. It's like you're going to school kind of thing. And you pass these courses that are up. They're like, once you pass them, they're good for like 5 years or 10 years. Almost like, think of a teaching certification. But this is for fast food workers. So once you pass it, let's say you get one for Taco Bell, okay? You show up to Taco Bell and you're like, I'm here to work today. And they look on a list and they go, whoop, we have an available position for today. Then you show them the app. They look at it and they have a QR and they scan the QR. Brings up all your information. You're going to have to wave it. You're going to have to get the towel and wave it. You're going to have to wave it. Now, you show the app and they get a QR scanner. My friend Art Bunton, he works in the QR scanning business. QR scanning. He's one of my good friends. You're gonna have to wave it. You're gonna have to wave it. I'm in the middle of one shot. You're gonna have to shut that door or wave it. Get a towel. Having the time of my life.
You couldn't help me out while I'm trying to cook.
I'm in the middle of a one shot right now. This is a one shot take. Okay, I'm Kubrick. Now, yeah, my friend Art Bunton, he worked with Richard Linklater, or his son did, in the movie Boyhood. You're gonna have to wave it.
I am. I'm getting there. One moment. I gotta put on my socks so my feet don't get dirty. I can't wash.
You are pardoned. I pardon you. What you need is about 100 yards of barbed wire. About 100 yards of barbed wire. Okay, there we go. Don't hit it like that.
I do what I want.
Be nice. Now, you take the temporary app and you show up today at that Taco Bell. Okay? You go, look, I have temporary app, or whatever foreign accent you want to use. You can do whatever you want. You go, look, I've got a temporary app. Or you can say, look, you see, I got a temporary app. Or you can say, yo, man, I got my temporary app. What's up, man? Snoop Dogg and Dogg, temporary app. Or you can be like, hello, I have my temporary app.
Shut up!
Trying to get all the attention.
Government! Shut up! Shut up, you stupid government! Quit watching me!
It's not the government. That's just you can buy those at Home Depot. The government's Home Depot. Now, they got a president and everything. You just wave the towel in front of the alarm. Now, as I was saying about the temporary app, you show it at Taco Bell or Whataburger or Subway or Taco Bueno or Jason's Deli. Or Jason's Deli counts. It's kind of fast food. They get you in there, you get the salad bar and all that stuff. That would work.
Jason's Deli is not fast food.
Well, Jason's Deli is the only fancy one that they use.
No, it's fast casual.
Or it could be like Whataburger or Burger King or In-N-Out Burger or whatever. And so they show the app for that day. They scan the QR. You're like, you're ready to work. You go in. You wear. They teach you what to wear. You have this one uniform that you buy. You can buy it at Kohl's. You can buy it at the Walmart. You can buy it at Target. And it's a certain uniform you wear that will work at all these places. Chipotle, Subway, whatever it may be. So you show the app, which is it shows your photo and all, and the QR scans it into their system, and they look in their system and they see your name, they got your social, they got all your information, and then they start working you. Now it goes back to your app, so you hit. It could be called clock in. So you hit the app and it says clock in, and it starts. I got a message from Dick's Sporting Goods. So it starts to time you as you work, and you're like, wow. And they're like, you're making money. So they have management. They tell you what to do. You work the fryer. You're already trained online how to do everything. Okay, and you work that day. Then you are allowed to decide if you want to do 4 hours or 8 hours that day. You do have to keep that 4-hour limit. But they have another section of the app that you can be qualified for where it's called time only. So once you hit it, you can work up to 8 hours, sometimes 12 hours, as long as the management proves it. And you get paid that day, you cash out within that app. Then once you clock out, it times it, and then you cash out. Taco Bell's already kind of doing it. And you can travel anywhere you want. It's a nationwide thing. This is called temporary worker, okay? Because all work is temporary. It really is. All work is. You maybe start a job when you're 20 years old, you end when you're 90 years old or when you're 80, and then you're done with your work, and then you move on. It's called the Temporary Worker app. And man, it's going to be good. Think of a temp agency, but this is more of something that's for fast food, okay? And the app that's associated with clocking your hours is called Clock In. And then you cash out that day. And you can travel anywhere you want to. You do all it online. Now, here's one thing that app does for you that helps you as a worker. The government is not allowed to garnish that app by law. The government can no longer garnish in the temporary worker app. It's protected from the government. It's a private sector app. So private sector companies agree that app is not connected to the government, and they will stand up for you.
The squirrel was coming from that
Talking about Timmy the squirrel.
up on the balcony. This thing was this big, and it was gray. Ooh.
Timmy the squirrel was running with a what? She said it was a rat, but I think it was the baby squirrel. One squirrel was running with another baby squirrel. They could have ran off with another baby squirrel. They're preparing. The squirrels around here are preparing. Anyway, I'm trying to fix this mesh thing. I got another one right over here. The mother is mad. The squirrels, they're all running off. Yeah, all the squirrels.
So worried about these trees over here.
Squirrels are running for their life.
Yes. And it had a big...
Because they're out there with
crazy-
chainsaws.
Yes.
You hear them? There's chainsaws. Oh, there's Michael Keaton. Hear the chainsaws?
Ooh.
They're proud of their chainsaws. So I know Grim Life Collective. Grim Life Collective they're more gothic. But they need to know that we are in a renaissance of technology and information right now. This is the renaissance. See that bright light? So information age is renaissance age. When you go way back into Shakespeare's time, 1570, 1580, 1590, that was the Renaissance. Okay? Shakespeare was writing during the Renaissance. Right now, we're in the Renaissance of information. So we're in a technology age that is just like the Renaissance. So we have many Shakespeares that are out there on YouTube that are giving people information to help them succeed. And there's many Midsummer Night's Dreams that are going on. There's many Hamlets. There's many Richard III's. There's all types of As You Like It. There's all different stuff. Midsummer Night's Dream is my favorite.
Gotta get going, or I have to do it on the run.
It's like Michael Keaton keeps getting into the shot. It's like Michael Keaton keeps getting in the shot. Pretty good, Linda. Did you get something? You just eat a meal. And they go away. Because they're reminded of the feast that they'll watch us eat in heaven. Because they beg for a drop of water in hell. We will constantly be at the feast. And they will constantly be searching for water. For a drop of water. And they'll watch us eat in heaven. In the feast with the Messiah, Jesus Christ. The Jews will watch us eat in heaven as they beg for a drop of water in hell. At that point, they will not be given a second chance. This is their chance now, if they want the feast. They will beg for a drop of water. This is their chance now for the non-believer, for the Antichrist to get his meal. They will beg for a drop of water in hell as they watch us feast in heaven. What's this called?
I already told you 3 times if you were listening. I said it's called leg quarter mash.
Leg quarter mash. They will beg for a drop of water in hell as they watch us feast in heaven for all eternity.
You're starting to sound like William.
Who's that? Who is that? Who? My father was like William Shakespeare, but he worked with Julie. He had the same initials as William Shakespeare. From the chicken. She was making chicken. So there's chicken, what do you call that? Chicken grease in the air? What is that? Chicken smoke in the air. Chicken smoke. That's my name of my play. Chicken smoke. It's called corned beef what?
It's not corned beef. Does that look like it's corned beef? It's called leg quarter mash.
Leg
How do you get
corner
corned beef
mash.
out of that?
Leg corner mash. It's my culture. My culture is we go to heaven and you go to hell. And as you rest in hell, or you can't rest in hell, as you suffer in hell. As you suffer in hell, maybe there's a little resting period, I don't know. But as you suffer in hell.
Can you pay attention? You're making a mess. You're making a mess. Are you going to do that in heaven? Look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
There are no manners in heaven. The Messiah doesn't judge us for eating.
Come on.
There are no manners in heaven.
Well, then you're going to start making your own.
We can eat the food with our fingers. And the Messiah smiles. He says, "Woman, let the man eat." It's John the Baptist right there. John the Baptist was a pretty emotional person. He cut his head off. In heaven, we eat with the Messiah. He teaches us that we're no longer can be judged. There's no judgment in heaven. Once you're there, you're good to go. They don't judge, nothing. You can do anything you want. You fly around, all this stuff.
All right, here we go. Here's our feast. I don't feel like doing dishes. We got to go.
Don't have to worry about the dishes in heaven either. In hell, all you're doing is looking up at the people eating in heaven, going, "Can I have some?" And the people in heaven are like, "No." They're like, "No, Jesus," and then we'll give you some.
No touchy.
In heaven, we tell them, we say, know Jesus Christ, and you can come in to the kingdom and have your meal. But a lot of people will hold out. They'll starve themselves in hell. They won't even get a drop of water. Not in hell. And the Messiah will sit at the table. He has his long hair. And he's the husband. And we're the bride. We are the bride of Christ. We are in Christ. We are inside Christ. In heaven, you're doing real good. You're in a mansion for all of time. And the people of hell, they can see your mansion and they're jealous. Turkey ham lash. Turkey ham mash? I don't know what it is. Turkey corner? Turkey corner hash. Like, what's that? Well, it's not in hell. You'll fry in hell. You won't even have a drop of water. And you will see your people that you betrayed eating with the Messiah. For all of time, the feast will happen. And you'll ask yourself, why didn't I know Jesus? If your mom's in hell too, you'll go, Mom, why didn't we know Jesus? Or Dad, why didn't we know Jesus? Jesus wants you to know him. So, when you know Jesus, you can prepare for the feast that you'll have for all time. There's no gluttony in heaven because all you do is worship the Messiah. You don't have to worry about sin. There's no sin in heaven. There's only the Messiah and his kingdom. And he has a big, big table. He has a big table. And his favorites will sit at the table. I will sit right next to Jesus. And you'll go, there's Cole, eating with the Messiah. And you'll be in hell, begging for a drop of water. Jesus will lean over to talk to me and say, Cole, do me a favor. And I'll say, yes, Messiah. He says, I want you to go to hell and pick your friends that you want to bring with you to heaven. And bring them back to my table to eat with me. And I'll say, yes, Messiah, I'll do so. And I'll immediately go to hell. And there in hell, I'll see my friends. Art will be there. Say, Art, would you like to go to heaven? And Art will say, yes. I'll say, come in, Mr. Button. Come in to God's kingdom. He'll say, but what about the Catholic Church? And I'll say, they have to stay with the Pope down here. But you'll have to give up the Pope. And you'll have to come with me to meet the Messiah. He says, I'm so excited. Can I come? And I say, yes, follow me. And he follows me. And he leaves his mansion in hell behind. There are some mansions in hell, but they're more like dungeons. He leaves it. He sells it to Shylock. And he follows me into heaven. And I say, there's the Messiah. Eat up. He looks down at his friends in hell. And then Jesus leans over to Art and says, Art, go to hell. And find a friend that you would like to bring up into heaven. And he goes down there and he gets his son, because his son's in hell. And right next to his son is Richard Linklater. He says, son, and your name is what, Richard Linklater? And Richard's like, yeah, I'm part of the Catholic Church too. Would y'all like to go to heaven? And they say, yes. I would like a drop of water, please. You can have more than that. You can have a feast. And they follow Art. His son follows him. And Richard Linklater follows him to heaven. And they sit at the table with the Messiah. Then the Messiah leans over to Richard Linklater. Because Richard, since you left all your filmography in hell, and you left the Catholic Church in hell, would you go find a friend in hell? You have many of them. Would you go find them and bring them to the table for the feast? So Richard Linklater goes, yes, Messiah, and goes to hell. And there in the corner in the smoke is this guy going, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, Livin, Livin. And he goes, Matthew, you are in hell. I am your brother, Richard Linklater. It's time to go to heaven. And Matthew starts to listen. You must leave True Detective behind, as well as all your filmography. And come join me at the feast. And Matthew says, I want to. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. He says, come with me. And he pulls him out of hell. And they go to heaven to sit at the feast with the Messiah, to eat. And they eat with their brothers. Then Jesus leans over to Matthew and says, Matthew, I want you to go to hell. And I want you to go find a friend and bring him up to heaven to have some of the feast. And Matthew goes, all right, all right, all right, Livin. I'm going down to hell. And he goes down there. He sees one of his friends. It's Christian Bell. He's sitting there drinking a beer and smoking a Camel cigarette. He says, Christian Bell, I want you to follow me to heaven. Christian goes, man, I'm thirsty. I'm tired of this beer. I want you to go to heaven with me, the feast. And Christian Bell goes, I'll follow you. And Christian Bell follows Matthew. Christian Bell like, sure, I'd love to go. Let's go. Let's get something to eat. And they go and they sit down at the table. And they have the feast with the Messiah. As long as you follow Jesus, you can get out of hell. And take yourself right out of hell with Jesus Christ. Are we throwing that away?
Yes, it's true. No, it's just sitting there for shits and giggles.
Hang on. Hang on. Oh, my light. My light. Spielberg, my light. Okay.
Oh.
Now we go. Like an arrow from a Tartar's bow, we go.